Not connected.
Well done.
Whoops. We'll get some songs going here in a second. Just sit inside.
Video's working?
We'll get some songs.
I'll be damned.
Here in a second.
I know, right? Pretty quick today.
Damn, I'm actually already ready already.
What?
Uh-huh. I'm ready to hit it.
No way.
I am. It's done.
All right. Hold on. Let me play Gab's song for 30 seconds, and then we'll get going.
I see your mess. I'ma still grind till I get success. I'm working, I just wanna work. I'm learning, I'm earning all the things that I deserve. So why you trying to act cool? I don't even need you. You can make me lose my breath. I'm focused, too focused. Attention on the road ahead. I'm sorry, boy, but you can't flatter me. I'm looking for that loyalty. No, games have never been my thing. That's just some immaturity. Don't waste my time while I'm shining. No boys allowed, be the real man, please. You can't flatter me. You can't flatter me. I'm measured in best version of myself. Add value, creativity. That's a mark I wanna leave. Don't mean to be intimidating, but I can't help it. I know.
The Big Play Reflog Show is brought to you by ShackNews.com. Shack News is the place to be for all your gaming needs with news, guides, walkthroughs, reviews, like this week's featured article breaking down the most anticipated games of 2022. And they do more than just video games at Shack News. Check out their new app, Shack Pets, to upload and vote on the cutest pet picks. And remember, you can join in on the conversation and customize your feed using the Shack News Cortex and Shack News Reader. They've truly got it all. If you're a gamer, Shack News is the site for you. Check them out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the handle @ShackNews and @ShackNews.com.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio, presenting the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight podcast of the world, the Big Play Reflog Show.
Okay, do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
I don't know. I know damn about it. Attack by Chuck. To the 10. He's the running to the 5. He dips out to the 50. Touchdown. Ready, away, back to goal. Here it is. You're doing those things.
It's time! The Big Play Reflog Show.
Welcome to the Big Play Reflog Show. Today is Monday, January 10th, 2022. I am your host, Big Play Dave, alongside Mr. Chris McNeil and Nick Padone. National Championship game night. Who's excited?
I'm excited, Dave, because we
Yeah?
made it through another Brown season, my friend. We made it. We did it. It's over.
Longest one ever?
Whoo! It was by the number of games.
After we said that this was
Wait,
the
17
longest
last
off
year.
season ever, too. Remember
Yeah.
that when we were like, man, could this off season just end so the season can get here? Boy, did it end, and the season got here, and
And
what the hell
now-
did we watch?
And now this offseason, I guarantee, fellas, is going to be one of the weirdest off seasons
Oh, yeah.
we have ever
Oh.
experienced. And this is taking into account this is the Cleveland Browns, and a normal offseason is weird. I think this is going to be an exceptionally weird offseason. So we will be right there with you all through it out. All the weirdness of this offseason here on the Big Play Reflog Show. Dave, we get to be with the people.
That
this
is
whole time.
right. Yes, that is right. But before we do that, we will break down our thoughts on the season that just happened. For
We
10
have
minutes.
to. I
10
said,
minutes,
may we
and
never
then we'll
speak
take
of
a
it again,
shower.
Dave.
10
On to
minutes
the
to
next
take it
season.
out.
Let's go Cavs. Let them know. Hashtag.
Yeah. Now, Chris, we are bringing back Power Rank Monday.
Yes.
It's been a minute. We're going to power rank top 3 most memorable, good or bad, things of this season, probably bad. Then our featured interview with comedian Clevelander Mary Santora. Hilarious. We were just listening to her stand up. Looking
Fantastic.
forward to talking with her. After that, we're going to get into our trivia segment. Who wants to be a billionaire? We're going Cavs. Cavs edition. No more Browns. Hopefully giving away some Labatt blue lights and a GV art shirt. Then it's on to headlines. Everything going on in Cleveland. And then we will wrap up the best and worst tweets of the week. Let's kick it off. It's been a while since I've said this with Power Rank Monday.
It's time for Power Rank Monday.
All right. Top 3 most memorable moments, good or bad, of this Browns season. I don't even know if I have my dings, Chris.
You don't have your
For the
dings.
number 3.
Dave. Come on. What kind of a show are we running here?
Wait, hold on.
Come on, Dave.
Number 3.
Oh, I got
Oh,
the updated dings.
Wow.
Number 3, Wyatt Teller Superman block.
Yeah.
I feel like that went pretty viral. Shout out to Wyatt Teller. He had a good year. Some of our offensive line had a very good year. Parlayed that into locking him and Bitonio up. I still think that was a very, very good move for this team going forward. So, Superman block. Number 2. Yeah, it was good.
fairly viral.
Number 2.
How about the Denzel touchdown? 99
that was
yards.
awesome.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Pretty.
good.
I think that guy's gonna get paid too.
Yeah.
I think you're probably right. How good was it to see him healthy for a year?
It was.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
We didn't think that was coming. He showed up basically all season, looked phenomenal. He's getting paid. And those are the only 2 good ones I could come up with.
So negative, Dave. Come on.
Yeah, this isn't like I think this one is just more me. It's not like a super memorable moment on the internet or anything like that. But like just the last game Baker played, he obviously looked horrible. He looked horrible all year. I just watched him running the ball, trying to get away out of the pocket for like a 3-yard run, a 4-yard run in the fourth quarter. Super injured, clearly unable to find a decent pass out there, hit an open man. I'm just sitting there watching this game. All hope is gone. And he's just out there destroying his body. Like, it just summed up this season for me to Baker destroying his body for real, no gain at all. It was horrible. It just wrapped it
That
up.
sums up
Complete
most of the
summation.
season right there.
It really
That's
does.
it in a nutshell.
Week 2 on, man. Week 2 on.
And on to the Baker Wars.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's gonna be a
All
long
season.
in the Baker Wars. Kirk Cousins, Chris, or Baker Mayfield?
Ah,
Jesus.
yes.
Chris, what do you got? What would your top 3 be for this great season we just had?
Dave, my number 3.
Number 3.
Just finished it up back half yesterday of the sweep of Cincinnati. Going into the season, we thought it was probable. At the end of the season, it ended up being pretty improbable that we would beat Cincinnati, the eventual division winners, twice. Although the second one was just more of just grown men running into each other that we happened to come out on top on. But nonetheless, Dave, through the transitive properties of sports, however far they go in the playoffs, we can say we beat that team and we're better than whoever they beat in the playoffs. So we got that.
Do you know what's funny about that? I think early before the season began, Chris, we talked about Case Keenum being in the game versus the Bengals because we had the division locked up.
Once again, we're close. Right church, wrong pew there, Dave.
Guys, you want some
That's right.
some national championship breaking news real quick? Sorry to interject.
I don't really care,
Oh.
but sure.
All right, so somebody that Browns fans should have their eye on in this game is Jameson Williams, wide receiver for Alabama, potential, slot guy at the Browns, 13th pick, just left the field, long pass, non-contact injury, was holding his knee afterwards.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's why you should have lost yesterday, Cleveland Browns.
Ah, that stinks.
Oh, man.
My number 2.
Number 2.
How about the Halloween game against the Steelers? That was not a good matchup. It didn't turn out well, but I did kind of enjoy the Halloween costumes. I know we ended up eating crow pretty hardcore, but Myles Garrett dressed up as the Grim Reaper, I thought that was pretty good. OBJ, no longer a Cleveland Brown, dressed up as Michael Jackson. I thought they had a little bit of fun with it. I thought they were kind of loose, went out and got rolled, but nonetheless, it was kind of fun to go into the game and make it more than just a football game for that day and make us forget what happened on the field. So I will not forget those Halloween costumes. How about that?
Those were pretty good. Jamie Gillen was Happy Gilmore's caddy. That was a good one as well.
Nice. I did not realize that. Yeah, that's great. Now he can actually be a caddy somewhere.
And Buffalo.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. Dave, my number 1.
Numero uno.
I thought really the play of the year, this and the Denzel Ward pick. But it was the Myles Garrett strip sack TD against the Ravens, taking it in for 15 yards out. Tyler Huntley, who was in the game at the time, Myles just took him down. Huge play. What we thought at the time was going to be one of those plays that we look back on and say, boy, that was a turning point in the season. Didn't end up that way, but nonetheless, in that game, he also, I believe, set the mark for us for sacks. So good job to Myles Garrett in that game, and good job on that play. That was certainly one of those that's going to be memorable, and we'll be looking back on for some time to come.
Chris, I think you went pretty much all quasi-positive there. Well done. That's hard.
I'm trying, Dave. I'm trying my best, It's tough. It's tough. I was going to go number 1. The season's over, but I didn't go that way.
That would be a good number 1. Nick, what do you got for your top 3? Most memorable, good or bad, for the Brown season?
I can't believe that, we're talking about this and right on cue, Jameson Williams, the receiver that the Browns very well probably have their eyes on, blows out his knee, and there's Alabama players peeking into the tent on national television. It's just so fitting for how this Brown season has gone. All right, we'll kick it off with my number 3.
Number 3.
Guys, let's start with last night at Rumor Nightclub.
You're gonna have
What
to set
the
this up for everyone.
hell happened?
So
So,
tell us,
Nick,
Nick.
for people who didn't see that out
Yeah.
there, what are you talking about?
There's a nightclub downtown Cleveland. It's called The Rumor. Didn't know it existed before yesterday, but clearly it does. So
The Viper
The-
Room of Cleveland.
the owner puts on his Twitter a picture where you get bottle service at a club. They come out with the big sign, and there's oftentimes confetti and things of this sort. Not that I would know that, but all lit up. And the sign, which you could customize when you get a bottle service at a club, it could say anything: a company name, a family name, an event. It said, "Happy early vacation 6," or something like that. 6, thanks for the early vacation, and a clear shot at Baker Mayfield. And the owner tweets out this picture of this big bottle service sign spelled out and said, "You'll never guess which Browns player ordered this sign." And just that's how this Brown season has gone.
So let's open it up. What's your guess?
My guess is
Fan or player?
former player.
Former?
Let's get crazy. Yeah, it was Phil Dawson.
Phil Dawson. It was Joe Thomas in there.
Isn't that incredible?
It was Doug Deacon. He's like, I'm out here. Man. Vacation. That's it, man. I'm in the club. Doug's in the club, my friend.
Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely all kinds of speculation on the Twitter machine on who could have put up that sign. Likely someone on the defensive side of the football. All right, number 2.
Number 2.
My second most memorable moment of this season is Kareem Hunt's father. And I know what you're thinking, Nick, wait, that's the wrong. No, Kareem Hunt's dad actually took to Facebook a few weeks after what my number one will
What
be.
a dad move to Facebook.
Yep, on the Facebook machine, telling people how it was that Baker was too afraid to throw and he shouldn't have been out there. Meanwhile, his son played a grand total of 8 games. So Kareem Hunt Sr., that is my number 2. I don't think Kareem Hunt is a junior, but his dad takes up my number 2. And my number 1.
Quote? What was his quote, Nick?
And this is one of the most iconic. I'm shocked and
How is it
I'm
not on a
absolutely
t-shirt?
floored that this quote is not on a t-shirt.
Yes.
And at the end of this long Facebook paragraph rant that Kareem Hunt's father articulated in what's probably his unfinished basement, he types out, "Go Browns, hopefully." And if we all haven't
Great.
been there at some point in our lives,
Yeah.
we've said "Go Browns," hopefully. I
Yeah.
mean, that just proves that
One
Kareem Hunt's
of
dad
us.
is a true Brown fan, and you know, Kareem grew up a true Cleveland Browns fan because he signed off his long paragraph rant with "Go
Yes.
Browns," hopefully. Put it on a T-shirt, GV,
He
please.
gets us. He gets us.
All right, my number 1.
Numero uno.
It's Odell's dad. Do you guys remember what it was like to be on Twitter in those like 2 or 3 days? It was just a melee online.
I didn't see this one coming. I really didn't. I thought there
The
was
OBJ?
no way that this tweeting or Instagram would literally send him out of here.
I mean, hey man,
So weird. So
it was everything that the New York media warned us about came true at the very bitter end, and it was ugly. It kind of stunk up the whole rest of the season after Odell signed with the Rams and caught a couple touchdowns in garbage time, and Baker still struggled. It just put a whole damper on this whole season, and disappointing, you know, from start to finish for the reason that he wanted out that Baker couldn't hit him, you know, so the reasoning was justified to the fact that the coach couldn't suppress that, and they couldn't get out in front of it for like 72 hours. It was just out there, and his dad was still commenting, and he was still on the team. So just a top-down failure, and I feel like that's really where the season started to just go all the way off the rails.
And that was a coordinated effort too.
Sure was. You had
LeBron,
LeBron in there.
there's been a lot of coordinated efforts this year
Yeah, there has been.
off the field. It's
Except for winning.
been great.
The winning hasn't been
That's why I
too
said off the
coordinated.
field.
Like that's the one thing that should be coordinated, not coordinating a bottle service sign thanking the quarterback who played through a cracked shoulder, but we coordinate Instagram posts with LeBron and my father. Okay.
We made it. We're done.
Priorities. Priorities.
done. That this season took, I would say, typical Brown season takes like 2 or 3 years off your life. I say this was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
never
an
gonna
average
get
cat has like
expectations again.
yeah, like an average cat has like 9 lives, right? And through like the Johnny
We're all
Manziel era,
dead.
the Hugh Jackson era, like it was just a kitten, you know. So the cat was durable then, but now, man, that cat it's gray, it's scraggly. You got a hard time brushing out the mats.
How about all those guys, by the way, coming back? The Johnny
No kidding, we
Manziel
didn't even- yeah,
showing up.
The
You know,
Muniverse.
the Derek Anderson
that not
showing
make
up.
the list?
Brandon Whedon's coming back. And then Trevor Bauer. I mean, you had all of the old characters coming back for this one. This was like an endgame type of deal for Cleveland sports. It was kind of wild. The end of times. Ah,
The Marvel photoshops just kept growing.
I know. It was fantastic.
It's
All right,
gonna
let's
be a
move on.
Even
long
Charlie
off
Teller
season.
got into it a little bit. Never got a chance to add her to it, but yeah, all kinds of things there at the end of the season. I'm glad this season's over because
Yeah.
Oh, really?
oh my gosh, that meme could only get so big.
Well, they've mentally been in Cancun since like week 15.
I
So-
don't disagree.
Now they're officially there.
That's right. All right, let's move on to our featured interview of the week. Take a quick 30-second break from any Browns talk. Here we go. Mary Santora coming on. right, on the Labatt Blue Hotline, comedian and co-host of the Alan Cox Show, Mary Santora. Welcome to the Big Play Reflog Show. How are you?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. I was getting dizzy watching you flip the
my
phone
God.
around. I was like, wow.
Dude, so I just got a MacBook for Christmas, and all I've wanted is a MacBook for years and years and years because I have an iPhone, and to like edit videos for stand-up and radio, it just makes it so much easier just to like transfer everything over from your phone to your laptop. So then I finally like get everything all set up, and then I'm like, oh, apparently whatever this website isn't supported by MacBook. So I was like last minute fiddling around with everything, trying to get it on my phone. So I apologize for that. But here we are, and we're here to go. We're ready.
Very hillbilly bougie of you.
Oh my God. It's what I do best. What can I say?
Number one on iTunes and Amazon. How crazy has everything been since you released Hillbilly Bougie?
My goodness. It is so crazy to say that like that album, it really was life-changing. Like my album, like you said, went to number one on iTunes and Amazon on the comedy charts. And then it went to number 22 on the overall charts. So the day that my album came out, I was like above Taylor Swift. It was insane. And then number 5 on Billboard. And so like everybody's been so supportive, and the pre-sales and everything that came in through the album allowed me to pay off my car, which was like the first time in my life that comedy wasn't a financial burden. Like it's the first time in my life that comedy hasn't cost me money. So it's been pretty cool.
That's awesome. I was looking at your pinned tweet. I was just dying laughing. A lot of your material it seems comes from like your own personal stories. Is it, how difficult is it to like take your personal stories and put it into like a comedic setting?
It can be really hard. The tweet you're referring to is about my father dying, and that material has been really tough because when you take like really serious, heartfelt, like this has affected my life type of material and try to make it funny to everybody, you're gonna strike out. And then you get off stage and you're like, well, what the hell? What do you mean you just wanted to have a Saturday night out and not be reminded of your own imminent death? I don't understand what your problem is, So it can be difficult, but the people who get it really get it. And then so you make like a different kind of a connection on that level too. So
cool. You were recently on Larry the Cable Guy's show?
Yeah, actually just a couple days ago over the weekend, he does on Sirius XM, they have this channel, a comedy channel called the Comedy Roundup, and it's Larry the Cable Guy and Jeff Foxworthy. And my album gets a lot of love on there. And so they had me on and interviewed me for their weekly roundup show, which was pretty cool because it was like, I'm at a weird point in my career. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, to date, that is probably the biggest celebrity I've ever met. And I got to be on like a weekly celebrity talk show, but it's on a streaming service that I can't afford, So it's a very strange place to be.
Bigger honor being on that show or this show right now, Mary?
Oh, this show, hands down.
Thank you.
No questions asked.
You also did a show here recently where you talked about the greatest Super Bowl commercials of all time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, with Megan Gailey and CJ Toledano. They're two of the nicest, sweetest people you'll ever meet. They're comedians out in LA.
So a month from now or a few weeks from now, when we get to the Super Bowl, we're watching the commercials. What makes a really good Super Bowl commercial in your mind?
I mean, funny. It's got to be funny. It's got to be weird enough that you're not going to forget it. And then like the puppy baby monkey one.
I knew that was going to come up.
Yes, because
when you say weird, that's
so
the first thing that comes
weird.
to mind. Yeah.
And it was I still remember that it was for like Mountain Dew. And I was like, oh, only because it's so abstract. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that it has to be just weird enough. Like the Jason Momoa one where he's like stripping off all of his muscles as he walks in. Like those are fantastic and they're really funny too. So mine are like weird and funny are the two things that I need out of a Super Bowl ad.
Now, I don't know. Go ahead, Nick.
If you could write a Super Bowl ad for any product and make it funny, what would it be? What product?
Oh my goodness. What product?
Yeah.
I would want to take
Code Red.
Yes, right. I would want to take something really mundane, like something that people use like toilet brushes or something like that. Like something that you're like, oh, you know what? I never have brought a Brita filter before. I should look into that.
Love it.
So bringing it back to our Cleveland Browns, I assume, are you a Browns fan?
I am. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Was I supposed to wear Browns jerseys?
What? No.
I mean, I went with Cleveland, but I have 400 Browns things that I could put on, but
No,
I don't know.
are you one of those?
Let's take a break with that for a while.
Right. I'm okay with just repping the city for right now.
What are your thoughts on Baker Mayfield right now?
Oh my God. I mean, it's the same thing everybody's been saying. I wish he would have just taken the time off when it was necessary, because we haven't, as we've seen time and time again, Case Keenum is more than qualified to do the job in a pinch. It's not something that, it's just frustrating to me, because it's like, oh, now all of a sudden, after you've had bad week after bad week after bad week, and you make these poor decisions, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, guys, I have to go have surgery. And it's like, yeah, 7 weeks ago, this would have been a great revelation for you to have, you know? So I'm frustrated. I understand. I guess I understand. I don't really understand, to be honest with you, but I don't know. It's very aggravating to know what we could have had this season and then what we ended up with, you know?
What do you think of Baker's commercials? Now that's a question.
Ah, there you go.
I really like them. I think they're creative. I think they're funny. The Hulu ads, when they were like, Hulu's paying me a bunch of money to tell you that they have live sports. I'm like, I mean, it's honest, you know, like that's one way to do it. I do like the At Home with Baker Mayfield, though. I think that's really fun.
Way better if he's not throwing a pick and then it cuts to commercial.
Yeah,
That, you know what,
yeah,
though?
that's
That would
really
actually, if we're going to stick with the honesty thing, that would make more sense.
That's
I think the Cleveland fans, true Cleveland fans, would be like, now we're talking. That's what it is. I don't want to see you handing out nachos or whatever it was for Halloween. Why don't you show us what's going on in the locker room at halftime?
All right.
Now, we were doing our Power Rank Monday earlier, and we were all kind of struggling coming up with memorable moments from this season. Was there anything that like stuck out for you? Because we're so used to these Brown seasons where you have something weird, helmet throws, just bizarre bottle gate, something happening over the course of the year that that you're going to go look back on in a few years and go, oh yeah, I remember that one very well. There really wasn't a whole lot to me. Was there anything that stuck out to you?
That's hard, man, because you're right. There wasn't any like Cleveland moment in that sense, other than our quarterback being so stubborn that he cost us the season. That's pretty Cleveland, if you ask me. It's hard. That's a hard question. I wish I would have had more time to think about that. But
we didn't really have like a guy kick someone in the head and then get busted
somebody threw
with
a shoe
300 pounds of marijuana.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago. That's the point in the season we're at where we're just throwing shoes. I mean, that's
And
that's
it didn't even make
something.
the list.
It did. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'll have to
Yeah.
add that one to the big list in the sky.
I'm trying to think of other moments that were just like, what is happening here? But even the ones that are coming to my mind, I think were last year. When did that crazy game against the Steelers? I had a panic attack in the playoff game against the Steelers last year. Like
With the
legitimately,
beginning of
I couldn't
the
at the
beginning of
beginning. Yes, at the beginning
Because it was going so well?
intense.
You
Because
didn't
it
know
was
how to
just
like handle it?
so intense, where it was just like they snapped over his head and they're doing all this, and then like the whole first quarter, I was like couldn't control my breathing because I was so worked up. And my boyfriend was just like, "You are not made for playoff football." I'm like, "Yeah, clearly, I've never experienced this before. Like, this is too much."
Yeah, our tolerances aren't exactly built up from watching years and years of playoff football around
Right.
here.
We're not ready for the excitement.
You give us one playoff game, we're on the floor. I'm
It was
sorry.
wild.
Yeah, it's so true. So true. So do you follow any other sports really closely? Do you follow the Cavs? Do you follow the now Guardians at all?
So football is definitely far and away my favorite sport. I love
'Cause you're a
watching it.
Clevelander, sure.
I'm sorry.
Because you are a Clevelander. I mean, that
I
makes
am a
sense,
Clevelander,
right?
yes. I
Yeah.
cheered for football all through from middle school through college. I also cheered for basketball, but I am in a very small percentage of people who thinks that basketball is boring. And I know I get so
Nick?
much crap for it all the time. But to me, I cannot stand watching a basketball game because everyone's like, oh my God, it's like the most fast paced. You're right. It's this, it's that. It's like, it's always back and forth and they're taking threes and they're doing this. I'm like, I feel like I could watch the last 2 minutes of a basketball game and see everything that I need to see.
And you're right, especially
very-
when it comes to the NBA. You're absolutely right.
It's
But you
just not interesting to me at all.
Nick is just in the top right crying.
Yeah,
Does he
don't worry.
love
I'm all right.
basketball?
No, I'm all right.
He's one of the younger crew, you know.
I've heard that.
Yeah, he's all
Yeah.
about the basketball, you know. But
I just can't get into it.
2016, I mean, we won
No,
a
I know,
championship.
and
That must
when-
have felt good. Did you watch like the last 2 minutes of Game 7?
It
So
did.
I-
That was a
Right.
fun 2
That was
minutes.
a nice
like-
block and a good shot by Kyrie. Hey, we won!
Hey, there
Yay!
it is.
Yay.
So I was actually bartending at the time. I was still a bartender and I was working downtown Cleveland, and it was insanity. There was not a moment of anything to have to myself. So I was like taking off drink tickets, like longer than my body, wrapping them around my neck. We had 2 call-offs that day. So there were 3 bartenders. We were like 4 deep at the bar. We're making all the drinks for everybody. It was absolute insanity. So no, I did not watch much of that game.
Now, I hope you had a legendary tip at the end of the night for that.
I
Was
don't
it
even want
good?
to talk about it, man.
No?
On the day, oh no, that was the day of the Cavs parade. Never mind. Yes, the day of Game 7 was insane. I had like a little section of the bar because I was making all the drink tickets for the servers, and there was a small section of the bar by me that when I was done, they all started chanting MVP for me because I was working so crazy and so fast. We ran out of ice. We ran out of glassware. Like, it was just an absolute insane day. That was a great day. I did make very, very good tips that day.
But you said the Cavs parade then. You didn't make anything. Everybody was just taking it all back then?
No, that had nothing to do with the customers. I had an issue with management where we were just so busy from start to finish with no breaks that we were taking our tip money and like putting it into bags and then labeling the bags, because every time a new bartender came on, we would have to split the tips, right? So I would take these and be like, okay, this one is for Mary, Jason, and Brian, right? And then that would be a bag that went in the office. And then the next one would be like, this is Mary, Jason, Brian, and Sarah. And then that one would go in the office. And we had a manager visiting from another store who didn't know that that was tip money. And they thought it was overflow from our cash registers. So they took all of that money, put it all together, and put it in the safe. So nobody knew how much money anybody actually made that day. So what we had to do was we had to pool all of our tips from the entire day and then split it amongst how many hours you worked. It was, I almost quit my job that day. I was cussing out my regional manager. I was furious because I was like, the busiest part of the day from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. when I worked, I made less money than the people who came in and worked from 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. because they technically worked more hours. And I was like, I was absolutely the most infuriating situation I've probably ever been in.
Well, you know what? Now you're number 1 on the chart.
It all paid off in the end, and I don't have anybody shaking empty glasses of ice at me or anything. So.
Mary, how is the Cleveland comedy scene nowadays? Now we're kind of getting out of COVID, but not really. But where's the best places to kind of go for comedy? And I see your videos on Instagram. Where have you been performing?
So around Cleveland, Hilarities is the the grand poobah around there. It's been around forever. It's amazing. Honestly, it is one of the best clubs in the country. I travel all over the place, and Hilarities, it's like you're not going to find anywhere like it. It's a state of the art, top notch, amazing food. They bring in like the best comics from all over the country. It's really, really fantastic. So if you're looking to see professional comedy, I can't recommend Hilarities enough. That's where I taped my album. A lot of the videos that you see, anytime you see me in a cheetah print shirt, that's from Hilarities from my album taping.
Nice.
So that's fantastic. If you're looking for more of like an independent scene, Bill Squire actually runs great shows. He's another co-host of the Alan Cox Show. He runs a show at High and Dry in Tremont every Thursday. That's awesome. There's shows in Lakewood. There's pop-up shows. So there's plenty of places to see independent comedy. And then there's also open mics. So if you want to see someone like me who has had some minute amount of success go and bomb for 7 minutes at Lakewood Village Tavern, you can see that every Wednesday. So there's all kinds of places to do stand-up around town, and it's really wonderful.
Traveling around the country, is there a spot, or is there some areas of the country that's easier to do comedy in than others?
Easier is a sliding scale,
Right,
to be honest
right.
with you. It's kind of like when I go to a place like Portland, I know what I'm going to get. I know that's a very liberal, very open-minded type of place, but they also get very weird if you use certain words or whatever it might be. So you kind of have to watch yourself sometimes, right? If you go to a place like Texas, you know what it's going to be. They're not going to be as offended about things, but if you say one thing about Jesus, you're getting thrown out on the street, you know?
Yeah.
So there's certain parts
You
of the
get
country.
canceled for different reasons.
Yes. You have to watch what you say, but definitely for different reasons. So there's definitely different parts of the country like that where you can kind of get a feel for what you're going to do. I personally love performing in small towns. I love it. Like when I go and I do a one-nighter at a bar in the middle of Iowa, because it's an event. Like this town gets no entertainment. They have no other options. It's kind of like my dating life where it's just like, hey, what else are you going to do? You know, that's how I ended up with my guys. Like, where are you going to go? It's a pandemic. This is the best you can do. But you go there and it's like the whole town comes out, 500 people, everyone who lives in this town, everybody knows each other. They just want to have a good time. And those people are usually really drunk, but so much fun, where it's just like, you're a celebrity. They're buying all your merch. You're like, they're the funniest person I've ever seen. Like those types of crowds are always down for fun.
That's great. All right, Mary, we're going to wrap it up. We greatly appreciate you coming on. Those who want to support a local Clevelander in the comedy scene, what is the easiest way?
You guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Mary Santora Comedy. You can follow me on Twitter at Mary_Santora. You can listen to the Alan Cox Show every day on 100.7 WMMS or anywhere for free on the iHeartRadio app. Oh, and MarySantora.com has all my tour dates. Sorry.
Yes, there it is.
The elevator pitch. The elevator pitch was done. Very well.
Thank you.
All right, go Browns.
Go Browns.
Thanks, Mary. That was fantastic.
All right, good stuff from Mary. She's great.
Yeah, isn't she? I love that. Love being able to
There's a lot of good Cleveland comics, Cleveland comedy scene here locally.
There is.
And people don't realize it. They really don't realize
That's kind of why I ask. Like, I've been to Hilarities, but
I
there are
performed at Hilarities. Did you know that, Dave?
I did know that.
Wait, what?
Yes,
What?
I did. Mike Polk and I. It was an evening
Oh,
with
that's
Mike
right.
Polk and Reflog. And yes. So I've got the ticket still on the wall over here. But yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up. I didn't want to embarrass anybody. But yeah, I've played that club.
All right, let's try to give away some free beer and a GV art shirt. What do you say?
Let's do it.
We need
It is time for Who Wants to Be a Billionaire Cavs edition. Each week, one contestant gets their chance to add the Cavs trivia now. We're moving on from Browns.
Woo!
We are
Fun
starting.
meter, baby, right? Let's go.
Where is it?
I'm bought in on it now. Let's go.
Hey, no, I will say
What?
the Cavs cut Taco Fall.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that. That's a prime time headline, Nick.
That dampened my fun meter a little bit.
I agree. I
That's
agree. They went from fun to kind of fun on that.
Yeah.
Definitely down the meter for me, who bought his sons some fantastic Taco Fall jerseys for Christmas just a week and a half ago.
Yeah. All right. So this is how it works. You get cash for a 6-pack. You get cash for a 12-pack. You get cash for a case of Labatt Blue Light. And one final question. Take home the case and a GV Art shirt. This week, we welcome in Dom Conti. Dom, welcome to Who Wants to Be a Billionaire, sir. How are you? Oh, I think you're on mute.
Nope, just let him go. This is working. Uh-oh.
Can't hear you.
Still can't hear you. Nothing.
Technical difficulties on Big Play Reflog. Yeah, you're
and
good.
you know he's not Googling yet because he doesn't have a
Rock star for the Indians, and he knocks one down. A three-pointer is good.
We play a little audio from last night. You guys
Chris,
didn't
what,
catch it?
what was that?
So the Cavs were playing Golden State last night. We were on NBA
Right.
TV, so that was the national guys, and you can listen to Garland.
Darius Garland, then a rock star for the Indians, and he knocks one down. A three-pointer is good.
A rock
Darius
star for
Garland?
the who?
Rock star for the Indians.
the
Rock star for the Indians, yes.
Huh.
The Cavs haven't been in prime time in so long that the announcers don't even know that the name is the Cavs, the Cavaliers.
It's the Guardians. Come on. Let's get-
All right, so since Nick brought it up and we're waiting for Dom to come back, Chris,
Yeah.
thoughts, initial reaction to Taco Fall getting cut.
You know, what's funny is I was telling my kids about it, and I expected my boys to kind of be upset. And I don't think they understand how jerseys work, which is kind of fun because they were like, well, thank God we got the jerseys when we did, huh? Like, yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, yeah, because as soon as you get rid of a guy, those jerseys are all gone. You can't get them anywhere. So it was great. So now they're even more pumped about having these jerseys. And from what I hear, now, Nick, you're the basketball guy. You're the resident basketball expert. Are we going to bring him back on some kind of a practice team deal or something? I had heard that floated out there. I don't know how rosters necessarily work in the NBA.
He's
Yeah,
the Johnny Stanton of the Cavs.
right.
Right.
It's definitely possible. And now, like with the COVID season, that's happening
Yeah.
again. Like there's all kind of more, exceptions where you get a couple guys with COVID and you could start signing these guys off the street to 10-day hardship deals at a time. So hardship deal. Then you could just turn that into a 2-way contract where, you're sending a guy to the Charge and to the Cavs, depending on the night. So yeah, it's not all over for Taco in Cleveland, but I mean,
Gotta
yeah,
get the
let's
fun
just give him a
meter
golf
back up
clap. We
there.
gotta
Bring
get him
Taco.
back. Bring back Taco.
Bring it up.
Hashtag. Should we start a hashtag? Should we get that
Hashtag
trending?
bring back
Hashtag
Taco.
bring back Taco.
Taco
What do you guys
tomorrow.
say?
Taco Tuesday, baby. Let's go.
All right, we'll get it
I
out
think
there
of a good
tomorrow.
one. All right, Dom, let's see if we can hear him. Drum roll,
You guys
please.
hear me?
Oh,
Awesome.
We are in business.
Perfect.
All right, man. A lot on the line here. If you get stuck in Cavs trivia, who wants to be a billionaire, you can phone a friend, call them on speaker. We'll read the question. They've got 5 seconds to answer it.
Okay.
How confident are you in Cavs trivia? We haven't even looked at these questions.
That's a very good question. I think that depends on the era. If we're talking 70s and 80s, it might not be as good, but I'd like to think I know LeBron era to what we're dealing with today. So, but like you guys, pissed about the Browns, excited about the Cavs. So I'm ready to get this started.
Yeah,
looked
what
at
a,
the questions.
what a weird year.
I think he's got a puncher's chance here, Dave.
Yeah.
I looked at the questions. I looked at the
Okay.
answers. And I feel pretty confident here.
Okay.
think
I
he
like
could
to hear
do
that.
well. I
Yep.
think he could do well.
Let
Dave,
me
give me
find some
number one.
epic music. Here we go. All right, question 1 for cash for a 6-pack of Labatt. Which year, all right, did the Cavs win their only title in franchise history?
It's a real thinker. But I'm going to have to go with 2016 on that one.
That is correct.
Dave, who wrote the hint in here? Can you read that hint? So if you were to ask for a hint, this was the hint you were going to get.
It was the oh, jeez, come on.
Yeah, I
What's
mean,
the-
dollar dog Nick.
I'm not reading that.
bringing the show down.
We need a new
Hint
show.
is it was the
right?
same year the Indians blew a 3-1 lead to the Cubs. Like we
That's
didn't
tough.
need that.
That's
We didn't
tough.
need that. Come on, Nick, get better.
I know.
All right, Dom, would you like to move on for cash for a 12-pack?
Absolutely.
Question
All right,
number
Chris, give it
2 for cash for a 12-pack of Labatt. The Cavs are playing the Sacramento Kings tonight, 10
Mhm.
o'clock in about 15 minutes. Which current Kings player infamously said the East runs through Cleveland the year after
Oh.
LeBron left the Cavs?
That's got to be my boy. He's all up in the news right now with Chloe, Tristan Thompson.
Yes.
He just read the hint too. What's with
Is
our
that what it
hints?
says?
No. Well, the answer is correct. Ding, ding. Tristan
Perfect.
Thompson. The hint says he's been in the news a lot lately for cheating on a contestant. Like almost the
Oh,
way you
man.
said it too. Do you have the same script that I'm reading off of?
I wish I did, but I just thought I was a supporter of his, but we moved on from that. So
2 for 2 so far. Well done. Do you want to go for number 3 here?
Yeah, I think I'm thirsty.
Nick, I'm going to throw it over to you. Question 3.
All right, and we got a doable one, guys, for question number 3 for cash for a 24-pack of Labatt. When LeBron returned to Cleveland in 2014, the Cavs created a big 3 by trading for Kevin Love.
Mm-hmm.
Which number 1 overall pick did they trade to Minnesota in exchange for Kevin Love?
Technically, I think they traded 2. The one
did.
from that year was Anthony Bennett, but they also threw in Wiggins, who was the number 1 pick from the year before, I think.
Wow, style points.
Extra credit. Yeah.
That is correct.
It was a big trade for us. I love Kevin Love. Great guy for the city.
Heck yeah. I still remember when they had Wiggins on ESPN, like he didn't know like where he was going to be, and they're just like asking him the weirdest questions live on ESPN. This like 20-year-old kid. I'm like, I feel so bad for this dude.
Dude, they did that with Sexton, where they were like, give LeBron your pitch to stay, and he was like, come on, dude, please stay. That was it.
I've been here for a season.
Oh man, all right, you are cruising through these.
Feeling good.
Case of Labatt Blue, cash for it, and a GV Art shirt. Would you like to move on? Before you do, I'm going to let you know this is a little bit more historic than the last 3.
I think that's all right. I think we're going to roll.
Heck
I
yeah,
have
let's
confidence in him. I have confidence in my
I do
man
too.
here. Yeah.
Like to hear that.
All right. Question 4. The last time the Cavs had a winning record without LeBron was in 1998. Who was the leading scorer on that team?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Think through. 98.
98. I think I might have to use my lifeline here.
Okay. Who you
All
calling?
I think hopefully my dad knows the answer to this question. But I guess we'll give it a shot.
I'll bet your dad knows.
Got it.
All right, so let's see.
Oh yeah, you're on your phone.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to do it?
This is a first.
If I exit, or let's see.
You know, he could give me the number. I could do it through my board.
Oh, you could make the phone call.
I could make the phone call and go Bluetooth through the board.
Am I back?
You are back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Does that work?
Yeah, you want us to call your dad?
Yeah. I know it's a little.
Don't say
off
the
brand.
number on.
Succession. This is Succession. You watch Succession?
How's he gonna get the number
yeah.
though?
A little bit.
Dom, type his number in the
chat thing?
private comments there.
Okay.
There's a private chat.
All right, here we go.
Of course, whether your dad picks up, that's gonna
Yeah,
He's on West Coast. I told him to be ready, so I think he's ready.
he's gonna get a weird number. Are you gonna call him, or do you want me to, Dave?
If I
'Cause you could send it through your board if you have your phone there. I don't know if
can,
you're using
yeah, I'm on my phone.
Bluetooth. You could Bluetooth it
No
through. your...
way.
All right, I gotta stop the epic music. Hold on.
Oh man, we lost the music.
Well, yeah, do you want to call and I'll keep with the music? I feel like we need the epic music.
I feel like we do too, but you got to give me the number without giving it out to everybody on the air.
We'll just look it up. He put it in the chat.
We have a chat. How's the chat?
Yeah, dude.
On the right hand side, you see private chat.
Private chat. I wrote here, and then he wrote
I
the phone
literally
number.
don't know. I never knew we had a chat. Oh, there it is. I see on here. I never
Yeah.
looked at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just sent "What's up, Chris?"
Oh, I see. You guys have been talking crap this whole time in a private chat that I didn't know anything about.
I just complain about the baseball card segment.
We just rip Chris in the private chat.
All right. I'm going to try this. Let's see if this works.
Hopefully, it picks up.
What's his name?
Chris.
Mr. Conti.
It's Chris. All right. Asking about his car insurance. His car warranty.
Hi, this is Chris Conti with Landcorp Partners. Sorry.
Oh, went to voicemail.
No.
That hurt.
Text him real quick.
All right,
Text
I'm going to shoot him a text real quick.
All right, we're gonna hang on.
Text. Tell him a weird number is calling him.
There's no way that
I
he
wouldn't have
even
picked up.
remembers the.
I get like 50 spam calls a day.
I really.
Call
I'm not even gonna. I'm not
Your
even.
car's
gonna say it.
warranty has expired. Would you be interested in extending that warranty?
Welcome to Movie Phone.
Well, why don't you just tell me what movie you want to see? Oh, this is fantastic.
I get the extended warranty all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
All
Right,
right, I sent him a
Dom.
text.
Text is in.
Did he text you back and say okay on the West Coast?
Hopefully he saw it because I texted him earlier that I was going to be doing this. He said I got my phone at the ready. So
Nice. All right, so let's think this through. 98, a leading score for the Cavs. Only winning record without LeBron.
yeah. I'm trying to think of some of those older guys who might have played with LeBron in his first couple seasons. But okay, he said, "Oh, we got the okay. We got the okay."
Okay.
Here we go, Chris. Dial it up again.
2.0.
Hello.
Chris.
Hi there.
Hello, this is Chris McNeil with the Big Play Reflog Show. I've got your son here.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Good, good. We are on question number 4. This is for everything. Dave, you want to?
Fantastic.
Yes, he's doing very, very well. Dave, you want to read it?
Sure, Chris. By the way, though, I think when you call random people, you should introduce yourself as Reflog.
This is Reflog. It's just call for backwards.
All right, Chris, can you hear me?
I sure can.
All right, this is question 4. This is for a 24-pack of Labatt and a GV Art shirt. The last time the Cavs had a winning record without LeBron was in 1998. Who was the leading scorer on that team?
1998. Terrell Brandon.
Think larger.
All right, we're going to give you guys one hint. Father-son duo, we love it.
Yeah.
Here's your hint. He put on like 100 pounds instantly.
I got him. Sean Kemp.
The Rain Man.
Dom, would you like to go with Sean Kemp?
I think that sounds like the right answer.
Woo! We have
All
it
right.
correct. Well done.
Woo! Great clue, fellas.
We never got fat
It's
Kevin
either that or sired 17 children. One of the two.
Sean Kemp is my
Nailed it.
father.
Nailed
Well
it.
done, gentlemen. Well done.
Thank you.
And thanks for picking up. Your son
Thanks,
appreciates it.
guys.
Hey,
You got
Chris,
it.
Chris, real quick, any predictions on the Cavs this season? Do you think we make the playoffs?
I do. Oh, I definitely think we make the playoffs. Dom has been pulling me into all of the achievements of this team. Good little squad they got going. Fun to watch. It's a nice reprise from watching the Browns, for sure.
Yep. He said the key word there, folks. Fun. Cavs are fun. Excellent. Thank you, Chris, and good work.
Take care, boys.
Way to go,
All right.
Dad. All
Wow.
right.
Awesome.
Dom, well done, sir. You take home the Labatt and the GV Art shirt. Well
Love
done.
to hear it. Love to hear it. Appreciate it, guys.
Is that our first winner of the year? Did we win last week?
No, we got a winner last week.
Oh, so we're
with a
2 in a
winner.
row.
2 for 2.
2 in a
Keep the
row.
streak going.
In
Keep the streak going.
2022. Wow.
Heck yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, man. Any predictions for this Cavs team, or if you want to say anything about the Browns before we wrap it up? The
I
floor
can
is
say a million
yours.
things about that, but Cavs team, like I said, I'm super excited for them. I really think they're about to go out and get one more piece in the trade this season. Not sure who that's going to be. Hopefully a guard who can get us a little bit more scoring on the wing, but I could see them definitely making the playoffs. I love Garland, love Jared Allen, love Mobley. I think they're going to be around for a long time. So, and then in terms of the Browns, I will always be a Browns fan. Please, and I think I tweeted this at Reflog the other day, but please just give me a quarterback who can get the ball over the line of scrimmage without it getting batted down 50% of the time. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for.
It's a
You don't
fair
ride
ask.
with 6, huh?
Listen, if they're gonna give him one more year, I think I'm gonna give him one more year.
Yeah, Pretty
I
much.
did
has
find
to
out
be.
today that Aaron Rodgers is only an inch taller than Baker, so that just makes me feel a little bit worse about the whole situation. But if he really needs that surgery and it can get him back to 11-5 or better, I say give him a go. So
Adam adds another inch to his height as well. So
Yeah, please put him on stilts or something. I don't know.
there you go. There you go. Well done, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the night. Let's go Cavs.
Go
Let's
Cavs.
go.
Go
Nice work,
Cavs.
man. Nice work.
Thanks, Tom.
Good stuff.
Fantastic.
Man, the first like homegrown big play lifeline where we've pulled somebody up into the show.
That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes through crystal clear.
Yeah. This board, I'll tell you, now that I've had it for a year and a half, I'm finally using it.
Yeah, right.
We'll need to use it again now, though, because guess what I got, boys?
Oh no. Oh no.
Football season's over for us.
Oh,
that means baseball cards are back, Nick.
The
It is
Browns.
officially the off season.
Oh, the
Especially the
Browns couldn't
offseason.
have won a couple more weeks to get Gab into this chair and let her do some baseball cards.
I don't think I have a graphic for baseball cards anymore. I'll get one for next week, Chris.
So,
but-
Dave,
Yes.
for our inaugural 2022 baseball card matchup, I've got 2 packs here. I've
Okay.
got 1990 Upper Deck in my right hand, and I've got 1992 Leaf Set Baseball in my left. Solid gold there.
yeah, I'm
Which
going
one
solid gold.
There you go.
The
All
solid
right,
gold,
Dave.
I will say, it's a nice looking pack.
It is a nice looking pack. No gum, though.
That's good.
Here we go. Starting off our first pack of the year with Vince Horseman, left-handed pitcher from your Oakland Athletics.
No.
We got Julio Valera, Jose Melendez.
Johnny Yu, yes, baseball cards are back. Johnny Yu's, by the way, he is a big play fan who dropped off baseball cards
That is
to
fantastic.
the house. They're sitting upstairs in the studio, not house, studio. So we will be getting to those, Johnny Yu. We will get to those next week.
Jeff Schaefer, infielder, Mariners. Sid Fernandez, left-handed pitcher from the Mets. Troy Afner, catcher from the Reds. Boy, this is a great pack,
This
Dave.
was a horrible mistake.
Rick Cerrone, catcher, Expos. Hey, Terry Mulholland, left-handed pitcher, Phillies. That's not bad.
That's a spite confidence there.
Andy Stankiewicz, second baseman from the Yankees. Doug Strange. I remember Doug Strange, third
Doug
baseman
Strange, yeah.
from the Cubs. Lance Parrish. That's not bad. Lance Parrish from the Angels.
It's not
Dave, we're
great.
going to have to start selling me here.
Wow, here's a run, though. Greg Vaughn. That's not bad.
Alright.
Nick, that's
Greg
a really,
Vaughn.
really good card.
That's,
No,
yeah.
okay.
That's the
Here's
name I've
one.
heard.
This, oh no. These last two are going to blow your mind. These are going to blow your mind. The first one, Brady Anderson. And I don't know if you can see that picture. I don't know what he's doing. He's fouling off a ball. And for some reason, they decided to keep that.
Does he have sideburns?
I don't know. But you know what he did do is do a whole lot of steroids and hit a lot of long balls for about
Heck
one
yeah.
season.
That's
And
a
the
winner.
last one, inexplicably as well, this is a picture of him bunting a DH from the Indians by the name of Albert Bell.
Oh!
How
Wait,
about that?
are Albert Bells wild?
Oh, I think, yeah. No, Julio Franco's wild.
Oh,
Yeah,
Julio
Julio
Franco's
Franco's wild.
That's right.
Albert Bell. So I assume.
Wow, what a
Albert Bell.
pull.
And he's bunting. How great is that bunting? Albert Bell bunting.
That's
I
going to
don't
be a rare
remember
card.
Albert, ever bunting. That could be worth some money.
I know. I'm going to pay for one of the kids' college with that. All right. Who do you want to go with him?
I'm
You
going
want-
to Albert and Greg Vaughn.
and Greg Vaughn. That's probably the best.
I like it.
That's the best combo you could probably do right there. That's well done.
Fourth
Coming
quarter
from
back.
behind, Albert Bell bunting.
You guys
That's
remember? You guys remember Mo Vaughn? He won
Oh, yeah.
MVP.
Over Albert Bell.
Yeah,
Do we remember Mo Vaughn? Get out of here. Nick.
he attended one of my high school basketball games. He was good friends with my coach and sat courtside at a high school basketball game.
He was a big dude.
He was. I have a picture with him. You should see how big he looks compared to me.
This
I
is
don't
going
have
to
to.
be
We
tough.
just watch you and Phil Taylor's show.
True.
I don't know if there's anything I can pull here to beat the Albert Bell bunting, but here we go.
There's no way.
Well, I've got Tom Foley from the Expos,
Oh, Bobby Bonilla would do you wonders, Chris. It'd be a
Mike
good start.
Aldretti from the Expos. Hey, here's not bad. Andre Dawson from the Cubs.
That's a good card.
Not bad. Tom Gordon from the Royals. Herm Winningham from the Reds. Doesn't do much for me. Does it do anything for you, Dave? Not much. Rick Rona.
Rick Rona?
Ricky Rona.
Ricky Rona from the Cubs.
Nope.
Henry Cotto. Henry Cotto from the
Look at that
Mets.
mustache. I see that mustache from here.
Mike Davis with fantastic. Look at those glasses. That's just well done.
Nice.
All right. This has got to improve. Danny Jackson from the Reds. That's not going to get me there.
No.
Wally Backman from the Twins. Also not going to get me there.
Nope.
Eric Hetzel from the Red Sox. Once again, not going to get me there. Gino Petrelli. No. Randy Nosek.
Are these real people?
Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett is
Kirby's
good.
a good card.
And he's spectacular. And Scott Scudder. Scott Scudder. So I'm going to go
Oof.
Kirby Puckett, and I don't know, pick a card randomly. Let's see here. Rick
feel like-
Rona. No. Oh, God.
You had a decent one in there.
At the beginning. Towards the beginning.
Accurate. That's what I'm looking for. That
All
Rick-
right, Dave wins.
Maybe it fell on the ground or something.
Yeah, I definitely won.
Are you sure?
Kirby
Yeah.
Puckett's a great pickup though. There.
It was. The Albert Bell bunting. I mean, what do you do? Andre Dawson was the other one I had.
You got to frame that Albert Bell bunting.
The Albert Bell bunting, Greg Vaughn versus Andre Dawson, Kirby Puckett. Nick, who wins today?
We got Albert Bell bunting is going to be the
Albert
big
Bell
winner.
bunting. That goes immediately into the Hall of Fame.
That's a way to start off 2022 baseball cards.
Yeah. Didn't Kirby Puckett go blind
Who
after
did?
getting hit by Dennis Martinez?
Was that it?
Did I
thought
make
it
that
had-
up?
I thought it had more to do with his diet or something with diabetes. I'm serious on that one. I don't know.
Thanks,
I
Johnny. I gotta look that up. I don't know why that just rang a bell. But hey, feels good to get a win, especially when I pick the cards and I win. That makes me feel better as opposed to when I just.
And your
I
win was
on a
clutch.
rough streak.
It came down to the literal last card.
You had the Brady Anderson fouling off a pitch and then Albert Bell bunting. Oh, that's going to be one of those legendary. That's more legendary than anything that happened this Brown season, I think. Albert
Yes.
Bell bunting. That's what I'll remember from this Brown season.
Let's take a quick look at headlines. Cleveland Headlines brought to you by TSE Cleveland. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel to be eligible each week for a giveaway. We have given away a ton of signed Cleveland memorabilia. Keep a lookout for more promotions in the coming weeks. Looks like no winner this week. Dollar Dog Nick must have forgotten to do it. Was it me this time? All right, we will get a giveaway next week. Chris, we talked about this very briefly. The Cavs wave Taco Fall.
Yeah, that was rough. That was
That was rough.
boys.
The fun meter
I
takes a
loved your
break.
kids' reaction though.
Yeah, good thing we got those jerseys, Dad.
That's
Good
right.
thing. Good thing. So
Now,
hopefully he comes back. We're
did
hoping-
you break the news to them, or was it?
I
Did they
did.
see on the internet? Yeah.
No, I did. That's not the kind of thing that really made Sports Center. So it's not going to be headline type of news. So I had to kind of break it to him.
You know, Taco Fall has more Instagram followers than Baker Mayfield.
Wow. There's a
Really?
stat.
Yeah. Taco
That's
Fall is one
next-gen
of like
stats right
yeah,
there.
one of the most followed athletes. Taco Fall.
No kidding.
I just don't like my franchise quarterback not having more
Followers than
than the
Taco
last
Fall.
guy off the bench for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh God.
I mean, that's when Taco went into the game, it was awesome because not only do you get to see this specimen of a human out on the basketball floor, but you know that the Cavs not only won, but they also covered, which
Correct.
is just two beautiful things happening at once. So man, it's just a bummer that Taco Fall has moved on to just being tall now and not a member of the Cleveland
Bo-
Cavaliers. But
Boomerang, he's coming back. Boomerang.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bring back
Um,
Taco.
Yeah. I agree with that. We didn't talk about this yet. Doug Deacon, 50 years with the
Man.
Browns.
Yeah.
How incredible is that?
Who
GV
takes that
Arnold,
job?
Great shirt, by the way, to commemorate that. 14 seasons with the Browns, right into radio. Tough replacement there. I loved Doug Deacon. I thought he did a phenomenal job. Who would you like to see replace Deacon in the booth, Chris? Some suggestions out there from fans have been like Joe Thomas, Tim Couch, Ken
I
Carmen,
got one.
Josh Cribbs, Bernie.
Mine's Bernie.
Yours is Bernie.
Yeah.
Remember when Bernie did
Yeah.
that preseason game against the Rams, and he was so brutally honest. I think they dragged him out of the
That's why.
television booth where he was like, "These Rams receivers are awful." Like people thought he was like intoxicated, but I think he was just speaking from his heart, and that's what made Doug Deacon so great. Is when the
Yes.
Browns would screw up and he would just let out a like you just wouldn't be able to believe it, or like there would be like a false start and he'd just go, "Oh, you can't have that, Jim."
I think Joe Thomas would be fun. But you know what they should do?
He's
is
not
put it-
taking that job.
No, I don't think so either.
Let
Put it up
fans
to a
do it.
vote. Yeah, let the fans vote on it. Let the fans vote on who's going to take that spot. I mean,
Should
I
we
could
also
see
let the fans vote and call plays?
that's right. Well,
I would just buy votes.
well, we're going to end up with like Peyton Hillis back in the chair if we put it up to the fans, right?
Or
It'd be
people would bring
fantastic.
back like somebody so obscure like
Well, if it's not Phil Dawson, it's going to be either Phil Dawson or the field. I think really.
Well, Phil
Yeah.
Dawson now is a congratulations head coach. Phil Dawson just picked
Yeah,
up a high
very
school head coaching job. So I don't know if that takes old Phil out of the running. He's got some of his own business to take care of.
Oh,
during
he can
football
coach
season.
on Friday and then
he's
call
not-
a
he's
game on Sunday. No problem.
With the Marvel Browns quote tweets, former quarterbacks. Which former quarterback would you like in the booth?
Charlie Whitehurst, clipboard Jesus.
Jesus, yeah.
There you
That's
go.
pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, you got to go. I mean, wild card, go Johnny Manziel.
That'd be a lot of fun. I
That'd
think
be a
it would be
booth
fun.
right there. I mean, you wouldn't know what to expect game to game. Holy crap. It would be must listen. I mean, forget about watching games on TV anymore. I would be listening to every single game just to hear that train wreck. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they're probably going to find somebody kind of boring internal, unfortunately. But I hope they get somebody that's a legitimate color commentator, somebody who can add something to the game and
Yeah.
also add something different, you know? And I think that gets missed sometimes when they do these replacements. They want to go for a safe choice. Well, don't go for a safe choice. Go for somebody who's interesting, or, you know, go for the Bernie Kosars. I know, you know, nationally they don't think as highly of him, but my God, no one breaks down a game like Bernie Kosar.
Right.
He is fantastic on pregame. And I don't care about his voice and I don't care about all that stuff. I just want somebody who's knowledgeable, who can give me some information, or be totally just so you know, crazy and so give me either Johnny Manziel or Bernie Kosar. Those are the two options I'm looking for.
And I feel like, Chris, to that point, like Jim Donovan brings so much energy to every call just because he's a diehard Browns fan, that like Jim and Doug were the ultimate equalizers, because Jim would be like out of his seat over a field goal and in like a 33-3 game, and Doug would just be like there, you know,
Eating
to
a
break down
pretzel.
what happened.
He'd be
Yeah,
like
so
eating
like
pretzels.
I'll definitely miss that dynamic. Here's one. What if they tossed Nathan Zagura up there and then put somebody else on the field?
Then you got too much energy. You got way too much energy. There's
A lot
no
of
way.
optimism. I do love
Woo!
Nathan Segura, though.
Oh, I do too, but
Yeah.
you can't put them both together. I mean, that'd be exhausting. Through the first quarter, you'd be like all sweaty and
What about
stuff listening to
Hanford?
the game.
Hanford is another name Hanford's been working into the local media a little bit.
Yeah. John Boyle on Facebook. What's up, John? He says maybe what is Ben Gay doing right now?
I ask myself that every single day, John. I have no idea. No idea.
Dude, how about Phil Taylor was out there expressing some interest on the Twitter world? I was like, come on,
He's
Phil, we
already
got-
got a cushy job.
I'm like, we got a show to do, man. We got a show to do. Out here teasing it.
That's right. Yeah, we're getting a few people retired. John Telich signed off for the last time.
Yeah.
1980 to 2022. Fox 8. Wish him well.
Baker Mayfield allegedly got rid of his club, and he's leaving his golf club, and maybe he may be going as well.
Yeah.
Got a lot of exits potentially.
Yeah. I think, according to the fans, there's maybe a few more that would be welcomed.
Yeah.
But yeah, little turning of the guard there.
Austin Hooper should be the Browns' new. Just put Austin Hooper up there. You'd have to put like some sort of cushion because he'll fall when he gets into the press conference, and then just get him up in there. Let Austin Hooper commentate these games.
I don't know that. Jake Trotter put this out here. He says it's starting to feel like 2020 when the Browns had to draft an offensive tackle with their first pick. They have to draft a wide receiver this time, right? I feel like let's just save the draft talk for another week. I'm not
They
quite
have to draft a wide receiver from the Ohio State. That's the second part of that.
Wow.
I would agree.
Just saying.
I'm with Dave. I'm not ready. I'm still in the healing phase. I'm not ready to
Let's put a pin in the draft talk.
It's in Vegas. Vegas draft.
Yeah, I'm glad they're getting it back. I think we should actually get it back as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
We
come back. Keep going. It rained last time. We need nice.
And we're like the biggest viewing market by far. Like who are we kidding? Last year we drafted Greg Newsome in the first round, and you think we would have drafted like the franchise quarterback, the Trevor Lawrence of the draft. When we drafted Greg Newsome, that place exploded.
Thank God we didn't draft Trevor Lawrence, by the way.
Oh, come on. That's a cheap shot.
Last week.
That's a cheap shot.
Yeah. Forget all the rest of the weeks.
We didn't make any bets this week, but over under Baker Wars simmering down over the next few weeks. Is it going up or is it going down?
We got to do another Twitter space.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even mention that. Nick, good job with that. I had no idea what we were doing.
It was a good time. That I like that. You could kind of call some people up to air their grievances with the Cleveland Browns, and you listen to some of the ones that are out there, and it's just Baker Wars personified. Like, you get people on the mic that ride with six. You get people on the mic that like would rather take DeShone Kizer back. Like, there was a guy the other day that suggested Joe Flacco as a free agent quarterback replacement for Baker. Like, we are all over the place as a fan base right now. So I would bet that the Baker War, I would put actual money if I could on the Baker Wars will not simmer down this offseason. In fact, they might intensify to a new level, with Mike Zimmer getting cut. Maybe Kirk Cousins could be on the move, and Jimmy G's probably out in San Francisco. What does that mean? So I'm ready, and I'm strapped into my new chair here for a whole offseason of Baker Wars.
Great. Just absolutely great.
Sorry, guys.
Let's look at the best and worst tweets and get out of here. What do you say? This was one of my favorites.
Good God.
Chris, what do we got here?
Am I going to miss Ben Roethlisberger? No. Do I respect him and wish him well going forward? Also, no. That was fantastic.
Lindsay, she gets us. Lindsay, okay.
Now we got to.
By the way, did you know she deleted this tweet?
Oh, really?
She deleted this tweet. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
I know. I was very disappointed to see that she deleted this tweet. She must have gotten some heat from her employer or something. I don't know why.
Now we got to watch fat old Ben in the playoffs again because that stupid game didn't want to tie on Monday.
Just for 1 week.
How about worst tweet?
Oh my
God. Tim Tebow, a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield, and it's not particularly close. From Nick Adams in USA. Hey, Nick Adams, how about this? Tim Tebow tried out for a tight end position with Urban Meyer, of all people, of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and didn't even sniff the last round of cuts. He was out before they even cut anybody else. So, no, Tim Tebow is not a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield. It is a little close.
I love this guy's handle is Nick Adam in USA.
Like, yeah, we don't care where you're at.
Know where you're at.
Yeah, you could be in Antarctica for all I care with cold takes like that. That's so stupid.
He seems like a guy who goes in the DMs and he's like, ASL. Chris, did you get that?
No.
You don't age, sex, location. You remember that from AIM?
Yeah. Wow. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Is that
back
like
in the day.
throwback
in the world.
sliding into DMs?
I
pretty
threw
much.
that out there because I knew Nick would have no idea what that was.
I think I have a slight idea. That's like throwback slide in the DMs, right?
No, that's just like when you would chat with someone in the world, you would ask like age, sex, location.
Like Tinder?
No,
This is
no,
normal
just like how
conversation.
old you were because you couldn't see anything. You didn't even have like an avatar.
Man, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, boy.
That
The
sounds like
internet is
It
dangerous.
probably was.
yeah, that sounds like
The internet
wild.
has always been dangerous.
I
That is
guess.
true. Yeah.
And here we
Well,
are, three strangers talking about the Browns with each other every week. Mondays, 9:00. Big Play Reflog. We'll pin
And we
your
got a
comments.
private chat that I just learned about.
No. A lot of good stuff happened out of this show. All right, let's wrap it up. Thanks for
Why
tuning
don't
in
we wrap up the show, gentlemen?
to the Big Play Reflog Show. We will see you next Monday night. Hopefully, we have another winner of some Labatt Blue lights and a GVR shirt. Go drink Labatt Blues. Go check out GVR. Get some shirts. Check out TSE Cleveland. Get some signed Cleveland memorabilia.
Yes.
Shack News. Go check them out. Download Shack Pets on Android and iOS. Get your pet in there. Gab just got a new pet, a new doggy.
Yeah, man.
Super
She's got to
cute
submit.
looking. Got to
Submit
submit
him.
that into
I don't
Shack.
even think he has a name yet.
No, there might be a Twitter poll for that.
Reflog. It's just golf for backwards.
That's right.
Oh, God, it's just dog backwards.
Wow.
See?
Wow.
Plays on both.
God
levels.
_18. We will see you next week. Big Play Reflog signing out. See you then. Adios.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio! Presenting the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight podcast of the world! The Big Play Reflog Show!